Hello everyone, myself Dr. Chuda Ratnakara, working as an assistant professor in Government Engineering College. I welcome you all to the lecture series on digital image processing as a part of 7th semester subject, and this video is a part of Learning Management System under Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. In this session, uh, we have the following contents under Module 3, Noise Models. These are the contents: noise models, spatial and frequency properties of noise, some important noise probability density functions, and estimation of noise parameters. The noise models is decided based on understanding of the physics of the sources of noise. The principal sources of noise in digital images arises during image acquisition and or transmission. The factors affecting the performance of imaging sensors are basically the environmental conditions during the acquisition. Say for example, the lighting levels or the sensor temperatures, etc. Also, the quality of the sensing elements will also affect the performance of an imaging sensors. The basic source of noise is, as we discussed in the previous slide, it is image acquisition like in digitizing process or in image transmission. The spatial properties of the noise are basically the statistical behavior of the gray level values of the pixels. The noise parameters, correlation with the image. Frequency properties of the noise is in the form of Fourier spectrum. Say for example, the constant Fourier spectrum, which is an example, nothing but the white noise. Let's see the white noise, where the autocorrelation function is an impulse function multiplied by a constant, where it is given by the summation t varying from 0 to n minus 1 and s varying from 0 to m minus 1, eta of s comma t into eta of s minus x comma t minus y. This is nothing but n naught into delta of x comma y. It means there is no correlation between any two pixels in the noise image. That is, there is no way to predict the next noise value. The spectrum of the autocorrelation function is a constant. Therefore, it is called a white noise. Now let's see the spatial and frequency properties of the noise. The frequency properties of the noise refers to the frequency content of noise in the Fourier sense. The parameter that define the spatial characteristics of noise and whether the noise is correlated with the image. With the exception of spatially periodic noise, where noise is independent of spatial coordinates and it is correlated with the image itself. The noises are taken as a random variable. So noise cannot be predicted but can be approximately described in statistical way using the probability density function. The PDF tells how much each value occurs. The noise can be classified according to the distribution of the values of the pixels or its histogram. Some important noise probability density functions are Gaussian noise, Rayleigh noise, Erlang, also called gamma noise, exponential noise, uniform noise, the salt and pepper noise, nothing but the impulse noise, as well as the periodic noise. Now let us consider the Gaussian noise. The probability density function of a Gaussian random variable z is given by p of z equal to 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma into e raised to minus of z minus z bar whole square divided by 2 sigma square, where the z bar is the mean and sigma square is the variance. The graphical representation of Gaussian noise is shown in figure 2.1, which looks like a bell-shaped curve. The second type of noise is the Rayleigh noise. The PDF of Rayleigh noise is given by P of Z is equal to 2 divided by B into Z minus A into e raised to Z minus A whole square divided by B for Z greater than or equal to A, and 0 for Z less than A. Here the mean value, which is Z bar, is equal to A plus square root of pi B divided by 4, and variance sigma square is equal to B times 4 minus pi divided by pi. The graphical representation of a Rayleigh noise is shown in figure 2.2. Erlong noise, nothing but the gamma noise, where the PDF of the gamma noise is given by P of Z equal to A raised to B Z raised to B minus 1 divided by B minus 1 factorial times e power negative AZ. This is for Z greater than or equal to 0 and for A greater than 0. And it is P of Z equal to 0 for Z less than 0, where B is positive integer. Here the mean value is given by B by A and variance is given by B by A square. The graphical representation is shown in figure 2.3. The exponential noise, its graphical representation is shown in figure 2.4, and its PDF is given by P of Z equal to A times e power minus AZ for Z greater than or equal to 0 and for A greater than 0. And P of Z equal to 0 for Z less than 0. The next type of noise is the uniform noise. Its PDF is given by P of Z equal to 1 divided by B minus A if Z greater than or equal to A and less than or equal to B, and P of Z equal to 0 otherwise. Here the mean value is A plus B by 2 and variance is B minus A whole square divided by 12. And its graphical representation is given in figure 2.5. The impulse noise, also called the salt and pepper noise. The PDF of impulse noise is given by P of Z equal to PA for Z equal to A and PB for Z equal to B and 0 otherwise. Here, if PA equal to PB, then we call this as a unipolar noise, and its graphical representation is as shown in figure 2.6. And the figure 2.7 shows the images and respective histograms resulting from adding the Gaussian, Rayleigh and gamma noise to the image. So the first one, this is the figure. For this, if I add the Gaussian noise, okay, and its histogram is shown like this. And you can also observe the shape of the curve where it is a Rayleigh noise, and this is the image. After adding the Rayleigh noise, okay, the histogram is look like this. And this image is with the gamma noise and its histogram is as shown like this. So here the figure 2.8 shows the images and respective histograms resulting from remaining types of noises that are exponential, uniform, salt and pepper noise. And this is the image with exponential noise and its histogram is here. And this is the image with uniform noise and its histogram is shown here. And this is the image with salt and pepper noise and its histogram is look like this. And here the white dots are nothing but the salt noise, and the dark dots what you can see, which are nothing but the pepper noise. And it is generally called salt and pepper noise. It's also called the impulse noise. So the periodic noise is basically arises in an image from electrical or electromechanical interference during image acquisition. And the main characteristics are it is spatially dependent and it is easy to observe in frequency domain. The processing method suppressing the noise component in the frequency domain. So you can observe where image A in figure 2.9, which is the image corrupted with the sinusoidal noise. Here the figure 2.9b is the spectrum. So where each pair of conjugate impulses corresponds to one sine wave. The estimation of noise parameters. Here the parameter of periodic noise typically are estimated by inspection of the Fourier spectrum of the image. Here the figure 2.10 shows histogram computed using small strips from the Gaussian noise, that is the subfigure A, and subfigure B is the Rayleigh noise and subfigure C is the uniform noise. So now we have come to an end of the discussion of the session today. So in order to have the rehearsal, let us focus on some multiple choice questions. Let's look at the first multiple choice question. The principal sources of noise in digital images arise during option A, image acquisition, option B, image restoration, option C, image degradation, option D, image enhancement. The right answer is option A, that is image acquisition. Look at the second question. An example of a continuous function of two variables is option A, inverse function, option B, intensity function, option C, contrast stretching, option D, Gaussian noise. The right answer is option D, that is Gaussian function. Let's see the multiple choice number 3. PDF in image processing is called option A, probability degraded function, option B, probability density function, option C, probabilistic degraded function, option D, probabilistic density function. The right answer is option B, probability density function. Question number 4. Gaussian noise is referred to as red noise, black noise, white noise, or normal noise. The right answer is D, that is normal noise. Let's look at the question number 5. Dash properties of noise refer to the frequency content of noise in the Fourier sense. Option A, spatial, option B, frequency, option C, restoration, option D, none of the mentioned. The right answer is option B, that is frequency properties of noise refer to the frequency content of noise in the Fourier sense. Now let us see the question number 6. An image contains noise having appearance as black and white dots superimposed on the image. Which of the following noise has the same appearance? Option A, salt and pepper noise. Option B, Gaussian noise. Option C, all of the mentioned. Option D, none of the mentioned. The right answer is option A, that is salt and pepper noise, where the impulse noise has an appearance as black and white dots superimposed on the image. This is also known as salt and pepper noise. See this question number 7. Which of the following filtering is done in frequency domain in correspondence to low pass filtering in spatial domain? Option A, Gaussian filtering. Option B, unsharp mask filtering. Option C, high boost filtering. Option D, none of the mentioned. The right answer is option A, that is Gaussian filtering. Question number 8. Salt and pepper noise also refer to the term A. Rayleigh noise, B. Spike noise, C. Black noise, D. Exponential noise. The answer is the spike noise. Question number 9. Gaussian shape function has no option A ones, B zeros, C pixels, D coordinates. The right answer is option B. Gaussian shape function has no zeros. Question number 10. Which of the following low-pass filter is cover the range of very smooth filter function? Option A, ideal low-pass filters. Option B, Butterworth low-pass filter. Option C, Gaussian low-pass filter. Option D, all of the mentioned. The right answer is option A, that is ideal low-pass filter. So these are some of the references for further exploration of the topic. Thank you for watching this session.